Hi everybody, this is Saad for the Sad Truth. Recently, the Anti-Defamation League released a report on anti-Semitism across the globe. They commissioned a global survey wherein 53,100 people were surveyed, representing appropriate representative samples of people who are 18 years and older from 100 countries plus the territories of Gaza and the West Bank. So this is truly global coverage. The surveys took place between July 2013 and February 2014. There were 11 anti-Semitic stereotype questions that were posed to people. For example, Jews have too much control over the U.S. government. Jews are responsible for most of the world's wars, and so on and so forth. And people had to answer probably true or probably false. So this was a binary response. And for the purposes of the analysis, if someone answered on 6 out of the 11 anti-Semitic statements probably true, this was considered as someone who harbored anti-Semitic attitudes. So this is actually quite a conservative test, and the items themselves are tame compared to some of the anti-Semitism that exists out there. So if anything, these results are quite tame. So again, over 100 countries surveyed, 100 countries plus the territories of Gaza and West Bank, and basically then they calculated what is the weighted index score of the percentage of the population in a given country that harbors anti-Semitic feelings that are, if anything, quite anti-Semitic, because again, you have to have 6 out of 11 probably true. So for example, if you had 5 out of 11, you would not be classified as anti-Semitic. So let me list to you the 16 countries that came up in top. So the 16 out of the 101 geographical locations. And let's see if we could identify any patterns, because I personally am unable to identify any patterns. Number 1, West Bank and Gaza. Number 2, Iraq. Number 3, Yemen, then Algeria and Libya, Tunisia, Kuwait, Bahrain, Jordan, Morocco, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Lebanon, my home country, Oman, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia. Those are the 16 most anti-Semitic countries in the world. Now, to give you a sense of the percentage scores, the weighted scores, the most anti-Semitic place, West Bank and Gaza, 93% harbor the anti-Semitism that I described earlier in this clip. And then the 16th, which is Saudi Arabia, is at 74%. So the 16th out of the top 16th, almost everyone, 74%, harbor anti-Semitic feelings. To give you a sense of how that compares to countries in other regions, so for example, in Asia, it was 22% across all the countries, and this includes countries like Malaysia and Indonesia, which harbor higher scores than typical of that region. So that's 22%. The Americas, 19%. Eastern Europe, 34%. Western Europe, 24%. Sub-Saharan Africa, 23%. And Oceania, meaning New Zealand and Australia in this case, 14%. For those of you who are in the United States, if you want to know how the United States ranked, they were tied for 95th spot in terms of the least anti-Semitic at 9%. My adopted country of Canada was tied for 89th spot at 14%. The least anti-Semitic country was Laos at 0.2%. So the top 16 countries I've listed for you. If anybody has any idea as to what could link these 16 countries, please write in the comments section, because I'm baffled. It could be climate change, it could be poor economic prospects, it could be all sorts of reasons, but I can't identify what it might be. And I'm also going to include a clip. I think it's a 20-minute plus clip of a montage of anti-Semitic attitudes stemming from that region. So there you have it, folks. I hope that you have a good Sunday, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Ciao.